Look at customizing this jumbotron a little bit. Now, just bear in mind, anything we do on this jumbotron will also affect any other jumbotrons that you have elsewhere on the site. So as you can see, this jumbotron has a grey background, and it's quite nice. It's fairly sort of well laid out. But if I click on this, you can see the containers in a container called .jumbotron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my Bootstrap CSS at the top here, and we're going to search for Jumbotron. Now, how do I search for Jumbotron? Well, if I do Control F or CMD F on the Mac, and let's search for Jumbo, you'll see we've got Jumbotron, which is there. Now, there's lots of different things on here. You've got sort of padding, margins, but the one we're interested in is background color. So if I change this background color, so if I start deleting this, and you'll notice now I've removed it completely, so now there's no background color there. Let's say, for example, if I put the word D in as an example, now the color picker will come up. So let's say for this example, we're going to go for a nice little blue. So I'm going to go for a blue here. Don't know how this is going to look, but there we are. I've gone for a lightish blue. Let's click off that for a second. And lovely. So what that's done now is it's changed the Jumbotron's color just by changing this in the CSS. Now, obviously, when you start changing the styles here, it does have an impact on any other Jumbotron that you've used. So if you've used 2 or 3 of these throughout the site, every single one of them will change. If you've only used one, then that's fine. However, you could look at it from another way. It does make it consistent. There is one other setting you can change as well. I say one other setting, you can change any setting you want, but this one's actually quite nice. So you've got border radius. So you'll notice the edges here are slightly curved. If we change this and make it a little bit bigger, so 0.9 as an example, you can see now there's more of a curve on the borders. So it might be something that you would like to use and you'd like to play around with, and you can do that. Now let's say for argument's sake you did make a bit of a mistake. Well, how do you go back? You can either do the edit and do, or let's just choose a new color. So if we go back then to say a light green, or grey rather, let's go to something like that, and then click off it. It'll then come back to what it once was. So that's how you would go and edit the background of a Jumbotron.